Hello everyone, my name is Rajesh Kumar and I'm your DevOps SRE DevSecOps coach. So guys, you have to download this here, exe, let's say if you're using Windows, and next and finish. Go to the command line here and just type Python, and here it is. So Python is installed. Now if you see, look at this version, I think I installed a few months back. It's a 3.10.4. Control C or quit, Control Z, yeah. So if you want to see the only version, here it is. You want to see other options here, help, these are the options. So yeah, spend some time looking at these variables also. So these are the environment variable. While running the Python, it is required you to know, not now, but at some point in time, once you become a serious programmer, you might have to look at it. These are the some of the options for the Python. Just get comfortable. No need to worry about right now at the initial stage, but later on you have to do that. So yes, that is something. Let me close some of the notepad. Hmm. So how to install Python? This you can do it. Now how to store the Python program? So first of all, create one directory. You can create anywhere. I'm creating on desktop, and any file which you want to store, you have to, file name can be anything, okay? But ending with py. Py is the extension for Python program. You see that automatically it get converted. So this is the way you can store the program for Python. Now next thing is, how do we run the Python program? Okay, so how do we run it? So for all this thing, what you can do, you can copy my code from um, this one. I'll share in the chat WhatsApp group. Okay, so this will help you to flow. So here you have some introduction of Python if you want to read it for interviews. Installing Python in Ubuntu, Linux, and all this will help you. Pip tutorials, here it will help you. How Python works, little bit in detailing. Real use cases for Python, some career opportunity, and all. Now executing the Python program, all this thing. What is a Python virtual machines? How Python works, and popular editor in Python, and some of the stuff. So here I'm going to hit this one. Okay, so now you can copy any code as such. So here I'm using you can use any editor. I'm using the Notepad++, sufficient for this session, but Visual Studio Code and all you can use it. Okay, so this is the program. So if you see that, look at this. This is your first program, and print in Python 3 is a function. Okay, that's the reason here you have this one. So function, and this is the parameter to this function. So this print is a built-in function. It's like echo, print, cout. In C++ we have cout, right? In Java, print lane. In Python we have print. In Linux shell scripting we have echo. So it's the same thing. Conceptually, I mean, just we use a different way. So it will print this string and all. Now, if you ask me, Rajesh, how can I pass the single line comments in the Python program? So hash this one. If you say, hey, how can I pass the multi-line comment? So this is the one, multi-line comment. Okay. Now one thing we more add in Linux specifically, not in Windows, and that is this one. So what you are saying, so this is basically reserved keyword. You are telling the, while when you run using like this file.py, then you need this one. Okay, so that way it detect, okay, and the Python which should be used, dot means Python should be used, which is here. But if you're using Python and slash name of the file, not needed for that. Okay, so this is something which you can do that. So are you comfortable with this code, all of you?
Yes.
Okay, so now let me run this Python. Oops, what I did, wrong directory actually. Go to cmd Python and file name. Done. Hello Python. Guys, this was the next questions also done. How to run the. So now this is the stuff you will do that. No need to you know feel heavy, because most of the time I have seen people, whenever I talk about language, they start feeling happy while doing it. So no need to do that all stuff. Don't try to learn everything. That's keep in mind. You say I will learn this one only right today, but in next 2 hours. After that you will say I will learn something else tomorrow. Like that, if you do it, it'll be easy journey for you. Okay, so now which we have to know is data types. Okay, data types. So here we have a multiple data types. Generic one, I'll tell you. Whole, no matter which programming language you go, you have a data type like integer. Okay, string. Okay, array. These are the fundamental data types you might have studied. But in Python, we have few more, which I want to tell you. So let's get started. So, hmm. So guys, data types. So types in Python. So look at this here. Numeric one, dictionary, boolean, set, and sequence type. Now if you see that numeric, you have integer, complex number, float. If you look at the last one, sequence type, in a sequence type you have a string, list, tuple. Okay, I must tell you here, there are many interview questions they will ask you in terms of tuple, list, and string. Most of the questions will be around in interview string, list, tuple only. Set also, set, string, list, tuple. So now the question is, how do we write this one? So you see here string has been written, name is a quote, single quote and double quote, both you can do it. So name is a variable, Ajay is a string. Okay, so because it's string, we put it in the quote, single quote, double quote, both are okay. Integer, integer, how do we put it? Integer means number, something like that. So age, integer. How do we represent a float? So you see 3.7 point decimal you have, right? So that means float. Boolean, it can be true or false. Just look at the true. T is caps, okay, and false also, it's caps, F caps. So focus on it. List, if you look at this list, we put it in the square bracket. Always remember all this thing. Sometime you might have done at least one programming previously also, in if not college at least. So that way you'll remember that in a square bracket. Okay, now tuple we present in the parenthesis, and dictionary and set we present in a parenthesis. Look at this difference here. Let's discuss about it. So here, because this is the most important, list, tuple, dictionary, and set. So list square bracket, tuple parenthesis, dictionary curly braces, set also curly braces. Now they will ask you, how can you differentiate dictionary and set? So you can say dictionary, most of the time you have a key and value. Okay, and set is not in a form of, it not necessarily have to have a key and value. Are you understanding, all of you?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, so very simple slides, and keep in mind. Okay, so that is the thing. I must remind you again multiple times, your questions will be asked to write a program in some problem statement in a list, tuple, dictionary, and set. Okay, so now this is the mutable data types and mutable. So what all the data types, they have converted into two again categories. We call it mutable, and one is called immutable. So what is mutable? So mutable, if you see, that is a list, dictionary, set. Again, mutable, it's a interview question. One interview questions will come from here. Mutable, list, dictionary, sets. So out of last three, if you see, except this one, tuple, list, dictionary, set, and mutable, immutable is number, string, tuples. So again, repeat number, strings, tuple. So what is the meaning of mutable and what is the meaning of immutable? So mutable data types in Python where the value assigned to variable can be changed. Yes, you can override that values of the variable. So that means in this case, list, dictionary, and set values can be changed. Immutable data types in Python where the value assigned to variable cannot be changed. Will you remember this, all of you?
We
Hello?
can reassign the value to strings, right? If
So
I,
you cannot change that value.
okay.
So you cannot change the variables and all.
Mhm.
So you can see there's a one thing. I'm saying changing. I'm not saying replacing. Getting my points?
Yeah,
Replacing is a different word. Changing, it's existing one.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's a little difference. So please take it in that way. So
Mhm.
mutable and immutable. This is an interview question. They will ask you for sure. Okay, comprehensive list. If you are a serious programmer getting into the data structure sort of it, then probably this will help you to understand stack queues, graph trees, linear, non-linear, and all stuff like that. So you can take it offline, this one. Okay, so one more time, little bit of practice. Look at the number. How can you define the number? So number, it can be in a different format as you see that on the top. I just said string can be in single quote, double quote also. Now the last one which you see is a binary code actually. So hardly few places we use it. List, it can be a list of element in the list. Now look at it. Look at it carefully. Do you find list inside a list? All of you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. So please remember that. Slowly, you have to understand. Dictionary, key value, two key, two values respectively. Tuples, parenthesis, you have one spam for you. One thing, did you notice here? The tuples and the list, the data type is a different one. Like you have integer also, string also. Correct now? Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at this. Yeah. Observe this, all this observation in mind. So it will help you. Now, the other data types files, which I'll talk about the end of it. Sets, if you see, is you have code, other code types also, and functions and all. Okay, so yeah, this is something description. You can say string. You can use a special character which is called str. Okay, integer, int, float float, complex complex, boolean bool, list tuple tuple, set and dictionary dict. Okay, so these are the things you can use it keyword in the Python programming also. Okay, so look at this here, these slides. Here you have a C plus C sharp or Java. So here what I'm trying to say, uh, uh, Python is a loose data type. Java and C++ is not loose data type, it's strict data type. Strict programming language. In what way? So if you see that in Python and Java, sorry, C++ in Java, then you have to define what data type you have it. For example, if it is integer, you have to tell yes, it is integer. And if it is a string, yes, it is a string. Like that you have to specify in Java and C++. But in Python, it's not. It's loosely typed database. Okay, loosely typed database versus language versus strong type. So loosely type language versus strong type. And if you see that here, that way, look at this very beautiful image. Okay, so see here, there is a strong, weak, dynamic, static. Okay, so this will help you. Few more here. uh, yeah, so many images are there. So mind it, here it's not that strong. So if you specify or don't specify, not a problem. So here you see answer 42, is basically you are not specifying what data. So what will happen? Python will automatically detect the data types automatically. That is a property of it. But sometime you need it, then you have to use this one, str, int, float, and all kind of things. Okay, so name, quote, a double quote, and all stuff like that. So how do you represent the numbers? So numbers, integer, float, 1.5. You see that complex. Now this I'll just skip it because it's interactive. So I don't want you to right now get into the interactive. Now sometime you know what, this is the function basically. I'll teach you later, little bit later. But sometime what you have to do, you have to tell, okay, this is what data type is. Okay, you have to hint the programming language. In that case, what you can do, so see here, a is a parameter and you're hinting saying that, hey, a is a int, b is int, something like that. So type hinting is also possible. Okay, so how do you represent this integer and float? Look at this answer 42. Py is a float, answer plus py, okay, integer py is equal to 3. So here float, so these are the way you can present actually. So here you are hinting, hey, pi is integer, hey, answer is float. So you are hinting it here. Here you are not hinting it, so automatically it will be taken. Are you understanding, all of you?
I thought it is a type conversion, this int of pi, because now pi
Ha,
is in float and then we are
ha.
converting it into int.
In this case, you are having the assignment operators where you are comparing whether int pi is equal to 3 or not. Okay, so here, I mean, here you are trying to convert
Compute.
that and then yeah, so something like that. So this if you want to you know what to say, hint that variable, you can specify in the same way. Just only you will have a space, no parenthesis. So here
Okay.
int pi means you are converting pi to the integer.
Yeah.
Float parenthesis answer means you are converting the answer which is in float to, again, it's in float itself actually. So here you
Yeah.
are converting and that, yeah, so like that. Okay, so can we do some labs? So come to here and copy paste all this code. So here all these explanations you have already, I have done so you can ignore this and so on. So
Rajesh, can you paste that path in chat?
yeah, I'll do that after session. So that way. Okay. So first thing, what I will do, I'll delete this code, and this is a number. Okay. So this is the number. Now this is a multi-line comment. So I'll remove this. Okay. Now here, if you see X, Y, Z, and here you are doing nothing but printing X, Y, Z, and clear the screen. Done. So this is the way you can define integers and uh, print that. Now this next one is here. This is float. Same way here you are defining the float, negative float, and so on, and done. So this is the way. So this is a number. Now next thing you can use string. So this is for learning purpose. This, what you can see on the screen, is functions built in. Right now, no need to worry about it. I'll introduce you this one, functions. But right now, focus on the downside. So this is the whole things I'll copy. Look at it very carefully. There is a one string, s, one variable, and which is a string, and this you can see as each of this you can read it as string. Okay, these are the things. Now what is a len? So len is a function which is built in. Len is a function, somewhere here you will see that len is a functions to find out the length of string. Okay, so S, and it will display 34. Now X is a string. If you have multi keywords, and I'll put it in a single quote or double quote. Here you have it. Now hello world. Now here Y is equal to X dot replace. X dot replace means here you are saying X dot replace what? So replace is a function, len is a function. These are the function, built-in function. Okay, so this replace function is required some input, what you want to replace with what you want to replace. So here you see print Y. So hello world, earlier it was there. Now if you try to print hello universe. Okay, so here this is how you can represent the string. This is how you can use the function in the string. And if you want to use other function, there are so many functions are there. Slowly you get used to it. So this is the string. Okay, and here you have split function. Now split function is having delimiter. What is this delimiter? So delimiter is comma. That means he's saying, hey, split m dot split. So here that means this is m, and I'm passing the delimiter. So here you are saying red is one, a split will convert into the string. Okay, sorry, list. Here you see list, and here is a string. Mind it, this is a string, and the output is string. So here split delimiter, and each of these string will convert into the list. So red, green, blue, yellow, and here you have a list element. And if you want to print one of the list, red. Are you understanding this code, all of you?
Yeah.
So see here, first time hello universe. Here this is the line number, this one, and after that this one, and last one, this one. So this is the way you can represent the list. Next one is docstring in Python. What is a docstring? So basically docstring is for good for documentation purpose. Okay, so let me copy the whole things. Sometime you see this kind of coding standard. So here you see this one is common pattern. So anything with docstring, have you seen the end somewhere you might have seen end sort of it, which is taking as a single statement, something like that? All of you, have you
Right?
seen starting and
Something.
ending and, yeah, have you seen this somewhere, starting and multi-line and function and keyword?
No, no.
So okay, so here what you are doing here, you are basically creating the larger string into the larger string into the one. So how do you do that? So long doc string is short for documentation string. It is a string that occurs as a first statement in a module, function, class, or method definition. So you see that here uh, it will be occur as a first statement in the module, function, class, or method documentation. So here if you see def double is a function. Okay, it's not a module, it's not a class, it's a function or method. Okay, in Python we call it a function, in Java we call it a method, and C++ we call it a method. So what we must write what function classes does in the docstring, and then here you define this, and whenever you are using that function, so at that time you are calling that docstring. So now that this document will be printed. So docstring is available to us as an attribute, this one, to the function. That means if you want to use this docstring, which is a comment for this function, so you have to use this one. So all the documentations will be printed. Issue the following code in a shell once you have run the above program. So if you do that here, and you can see that all this stuff as a done. So if you want to, where you can use it, use cases for the rock string. So you can use it for help file. For example, you are giving someone a script, and the moment you want them to run it in one go, so interactive and all, so you can make it this one. Next one is list type, and list is like I would suggest you, the more you explore the list, the chances of clearing the interview is more. Why? Because most of the question they'll ask you in the string manipulations, list manipulations, set manipulations, tuple manipulations, and sometimes dictionary also. So always remember that. So let me explain you this code. Okay, so here I'm going to talk about the list. So look at this, list always has a multiple element. In Python, list you represent in the square bracket. So list you have a element. Uh, just a second. List you have element. So that's a multiple elements here. So now this one is called indexing 0. This one indexing 1. So always how many elements you have? So if you see 5 element, but when you refer this red, it's the index 0, index 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you want to print red, L, which is a list, and a square bracket, this is the index name. 2 will print blue, like this. So this is how you declare the list. This is how you access the list. This is how here you see here you have a list. Now this is basically called range, displaying the range. So index 2, which is C, to index 5. Okay, index 0, which is 0 A, and then to 2, which is B. So like this. Okay, so understand all of it. And this is the range. This is the negative indexing. This I'll talk through the slides in few minutes. And do you want to change the list? So here you changing element of list. So here N is this one. Okay, and N0 is orange. Print N. So it will print. Can you just guess it? It will, N0 is printing orange, and print N. So it will print all this stuff. And negative, this is a negative index. So negative index, I'll just talk about. Okay, let me show you that example. Hmm. So look at this here. So this is the one list, and here you have a 5 element prob, PROB, and index is 0 to 4, and negative index where the 0 is become -5, -4, -3, -2, -1. So they have this kind of pictures in your mind, so it will be easy to understand the index number. So -5 is your P, so 5 index like this. So now if you look at this, so here -1, so it will return violet. Are you understanding, all of you? This
Yes.
is -3, -2, -1, -3, -2, -1, like that. Okay, so this is the way you can set it up. So here what you did, you change the element -1, you change this. So blue, it will change to violet if you see the output. Now, so this is a changing element. This is how you can change this. And this is a range one. Okay, you can slice the from the list. This is the declared and display the list. And here last one, how to add the element. So you cannot add it just like n dots. Let's say you have 0, 1, 2, and 3. No, you have to use one function called append. Remember that, append functions. So if you want to add the more element to the list, so here there is a list here, and 0 dot append. So here you have a blue, and you are appending to this one, so like this. So let me run this code. See here, so go up, look at the line number 3, line number, sorry, line number 5, line number 6, which is here, line number 10, which is here, line number 11, line number 12, line number 15, which is here, line number is got replaced here, 17, and last one 19. Okay, so practice it. The more programming language, it's just you more practice, you understand, because you can't remember everything. That is a problem. Okay, so that is a list. One more I want to show you, in fact two more, and that is dictionary type. Okay, so let me show you the dictionary. Okay, so dictionary you have in curly braces, and in the form of key and value, key and value, value. So here you have a dictionary name, Bob, age 25, job dev, and here you want to print the each you know key. Then you have to use the key name. It will print the values for it. If you want to add something into the dictionary, okay, add something in the dictionary, so add a key value to dictionary. So here you are adding, look at this here, name, it's the same which you have here, and here you are adding e, which is a new dictionary, and city you are adding is equal to new work. So this is the way you can add it. Now if you print it, all this thing will be there. So now let me run this code. See here, so new work got added. You have added this one. So this is the way you can work with the dictionary also. And now there are some reserved keyword which you should focus on it. We should not use for the declaring the variables. Okay, so these are the reserved keyword. And now again, even though if you use it by mistake, it will give you through an error. So all this thing you have to keep in mind. Now there's some constant in Python which you need to remember. So uh, here, how do we declare the constant? So look at this, there's a program here, and any constant you declare, you have to declare in the capital letter. Okay, this constant variable you have in the Python also, C++ also, Java also, everywhere. So here py is your you know um, what to say, um, is a one of the constant, and gravity is one of the constant. So a constant is a type of variable which value cannot be changed. Constants are written in all capital letters and underscore separating the keywords. Okay, in reality we don't use constant in Python. The globals or constant modules is used throughout the Python programs to make it this as a constant. So that is the one of the things we have to use it. So here you declare you are use, see this what you are doing. Any idea, any guesses what exactly you have?
We are importing the um, function, right? Not function.
Mhm. Package.
Module.
Package.
Module.
So package, constant is a package, yeah, module also you can say that. For py keyword module, for coding perspective for py word package, for coding perspective module. So if you go to here, constant package, see here, this is the one. Now how do you install it? So first you install it. Step number one, install it, run this command, and it will install in a Python environment. You, I copied actually. So this will be installed somewhere in the Python directory, the location you have it here. Okay, and now after that you can use this one. Where is that? Let me keep closing. I'm getting a little lost. Huh. So then you can use this one. Okay, so mind it, this constant is a package or module which you have to import it, and then only you can declare, else we have an error for that. So if you're in a, again, a deep dive into the programming, you can do that. So just look at this, don't need to remember, but understand this. Python environment variable, I said while command line itself, these are the environment variable you should check. So all these are, not everything is listed here, but most of the popular are listed here. If you want more documentations here for the Python environment variable, you can click, not this one, sorry, my bad. Here Python help, and here all this stuff. Okay, and you can study this one. So refer it, at least 5-10 minutes you spend on it, and that is more than sufficient. Okay, so now let me conclude this topic through the slides also. So, okay, we are going to operator. Look at my screen, all of you. So here, these are the string declaration. I have already run the program, just concluding it, and some few functions you are using it. Remember, the interview, most of the time they'll ask you some uh, sample programs where there you have to manipulate using functions. So most of the code, so, I mean, most of the project program will be there related to string, list, dictionary and all, and you have to use the function. So you need to remember these functions, okay? Otherwise it will not be very difficult you to write the logic for it. So there's so many functions for this. So capitalize, replace, is alpha, is digit, is of just a few. We have many more functions actually. So yeah, this is the way you can present the string hello world. You can put it hello world in double quote also, and triple quote also, all are same in Python. You want to convert into capital any string, capitalize. You want to replace something, is alpha, which will give you the return true or false. Whenever say is, that means is a conditional function which will trying to find out the root cause for it. Is digit, true, false. Here there is one split function what you are saying. So here you are passing the one string, and delimiter is comma, and convert into the list. So like that. You can format also the output of the string. So here, how do we do that? So there's one string which you have a name, and there's one more string which you have a machine, HAL. Okay. So here, if you want to put it in the right format, then what you can do, here, nice to meet you, curly braces 0 dot I am 1. So here 0 and 1, what is this? So here you are using format function, and on format functions you will say the variable name and machine. So name is will become a 0, curly braces 0, and then second one is 1. So this is the one of the way to format it and put it in a way, but that is a very lengthy statement. So in short, people write F. So whenever you see F, that means they are using the format, and automatically first one will be set as a variable name. So here name and machine. So second line, which is the same line but in a shortcut. Okay, so format functions. Boolean, yeah, true and false. Here you see int Python codes, which is converted. You are converting into the integer 1. Int Java course, you're converting into the 0. Str path true, so you're converting to the boolean into string, and so on. So this is the way you can use this. List, I showed you the example for it, so let's conclude this. A list is a sequence of values similar to an array in other programming language, but more versatile. The values in the list are called items or elements, you can call it. I call it elements. The important properties of Python lists are as follow. So this is the interview question, this 4. Okay. So lists are ordered one. Okay. Lists are ordered one. That means order means 0, 1, 2, this index, right? So you have an order one. So list, remember the order of its item inserted. So always index, basically you can say index. So how can you access? Using index number 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. List can contain any sort of object. Yes, that is important. So list, you can contain numbers, string, tuples, and even other lists also. I showed you in one example for it. Lists are changeable. That means it's immutable. So you can change the list in place, uh, add new items, and delete or update existing items also. So these are the list. There's a 5 elements for it, and accessible by things. Now I want you to see that how differently you are accessing it. So first line which you see 0, 1, 2, 3, this is very simple. But if you say 0 colon, that means anything after the index 0 to the end of it. If you put only colon, that means everything. If you put the range 2 to 4, index number 2 to 4, 1 to 3, and if you say starting with 0 up to the 4, So this is a way you can also represent in a shortcut. Okay, so negative index, I discuss about it. So yes, uh, P is a 0, R is a 1, O is a 2, B is 3, like that. But you have a negative index also like that. Now this is the empty list. First one, second one is having elements. So both you can declare also. How do we getting the list elements? So yes, you can print that using index number. How can you change it? So this is the, look at this. You can change the any index like this. What are the functions we have in the list? So append functions, you have it. Now look at the line number 5th, okay, from top. Here you are saying mark, which is a string in a student name. It's there or not? So mark is there in one of the element. Yes, is there. The return will be true. And len, length of the string, you can find. You can delete one element also. So using del function. Okay. So these are the things. You can slice it using. I discussed that one, so you can ignore. You can print any of this. I discuss and show you. So like that. Okay. So this is the list. Any questions so far, guys? All of you? Hello.
No, no
Okay.
questions.
So guys, next topic is operators. What are the operators we have? So let's understand that part also. So in Python, we have many operators. By the way, the operator section is something which you consume everywhere. No matter which programming language or scripting language you have spent, you have operators. So you have arithmetic operators, assignment operators, comparison operators, logical operators, identity operators, membership, and bitwise. Now, I must insist all of you, each operators you have to practice at least once. Okay, so you will have in the memory, like these are the possibilities. So some of the popular used operators you can see on my screen. So your arithmetic operator, a relationship operator, and assignment operator. So you can see that here. Let me snippet it, this one. So look at this here. This is the addition. How do you addition? Mind it, it required two integer. So arithmetic operator always you need integer, but here relation operator you will compare between the two. So it can be um, integer also and stuff like that. Here assignment operator, it can be you can compare and then assign also. So here addition means here you are adding this. This is how you write and results. Subtraction, multiplications, division, modulus. These all are the mathematical formula. Now here you have a relationship operator. So relationship operator also work with the integers. So here is lesser than, greater than, lesser than and equal to, greater than, equal to, is equal to, and not equal to. All these things you have it. But the thing is here, look at the results difference. Here you are getting some results in terms of integer, but here you will get the results true and false. You will process that integer only, but the output will be true and false. And assignment operators here, you are assigning this. So one of the operators we use a lot, which is equal to. That means any variable, if you want to assign any variable, if you want to assign any values, use the assign variable. But that is interesting here. If you want to see that, add and assign means assign but add plus 2 and then assign, so you'll be have it 2. Here you say, hey, assign it but minimize with the 2. Here they say assign it but multiply it by 2, divide by 2, and here multiply by 2. So like this you can use the operators. So I want to show you one program for operators. So here arithmetic operators. So let me close few windows. Hmm. So guys, this is the arithmetic operator. Look at this. X is equal to 15, Y is equal to 4. These all are arithmetic operator, how to use it. So here addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, modulus, and what is this? I forgot that. Anyone? This one, exponent. Exponent. Okay, so you can just spend some, sorry, spend some time on this. Now let me try other types also, arithmetic. I think arithmetic I try. Assignment. Okay, so this is the assignment. Look at this. X is equal to 2, X is equal to 6, Y is equal to 2, and here these are arithmetic. Okay, but if you look at this, is equal to, not equal to, less than, greater than, all this thing. And here you have a two logical operators, logical and operators. So here 1 and 2. So this is to understand, you need to understand truth table also for that. So bitwise operators, here one examples are there. And relational and comparison operator. Okay, see here. And logical operators. So logical here you see. You have to by heart this one. It's not for only Python, for any language. So logical operators. See, true, true. First statement true, second statement true. And the results will be true. Outcome. True, false, 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 true, false, 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 and so on. True and some expressions will be there. False and expression, false will be there. So this is the way you can check it out and look at this. Let me run this some programs here. So here you have a logical operator, X is equal to true. Focus on the T, it's a boolean, okay, bool, F. Now here print X and Y is X and Y. So here you are having logical operators, this and this. Is means is equal to, you are saying that. So what will be the output? First it will be decide here and then decide here and then. So this is the way you can use it. Okay, so here X and Y each output for this X and Y, X and Y, X or Y is output of X or Y. Not X is here, not X. So what is this? True, false, false, true, true. The out as per the things. So you must remember this one to understand this logic. Are you understanding, all of you?
Have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devopsschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video. Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest. Thanks for watching.